Hey, I'm so glad you opened this video. So I am doing another video and I was just about to click the button to switch over to the reverse so I could video this painting process that I'm doing. Anyway, and I felt inspired to share with you this moment that I had getting ready to start this painting. I've just been traveling and got home and starting to paint so much earlier today than I did. How often does that happen? And I have started working on this painting, an existing painting, and I felt the energy of what paints do I even put out? Like, where do I even begin? You right? So I thought I would address that because I am all about helping myself and you get unstuck and move and send our energy more towards what we want than what we don't want. So I literally was like, I don't even know what to do, where to go, how to start, where to go back to this painting. So here are my tips. 3 tips for this. Okay. The first thing is take what's already there. Okay. Take the colors that are already on your canvas and put those on your palette. So I've got white, yellow, this alizarin crimson, cerulean blue, red oxide, and burnt umber is I think what that's called. So those are all the colors that are in this painting. So that's the first step, is getting the paint on the palette. I mean, I found myself just a second ago even thinking like, where's the palette? I've got to get the paints out. You know, I'm a little low energy because of the travel and kind of missing a night of sleep, but really that only has as much energy as I give it. So I put the colors on the palette. Then the next question, step 2 or tip 2, is to start with whatever feels easiest, most clear. So I've had a lot of ahas. This is a shamanic painting I'm working on that I started before my last trip to Brazil. And looking at the image on my phone while I was traveling, and everything, so much has been happening, changing, evolving, coming through these days, that I looked at my painting and I understood so much more about it. So step 2 is do whatever feels easiest first, or the most obvious. So since I'd had these insights, I decided to grab a paint pen and write the insights into the painting. Okay? That wasn't like part of a plan or anything. That's just a way I could take steps forward. You see what I mean? So the first step is put the paints on the palette that you've already got on your painting. Second step is do whatever feels easiest first. And because I've been musing about this painting, I wrote down those words. And then the third tip is repeat the second tip, whatever seems easiest now. And that was to start with the lotus flower. This lotus flower really kind of course, intuitively happened on this canvas, and I'm so glad it did, because it's reminding me that everything that I am wanting to bring in and feel comes from this energy of like this blooming purity, enlightenment energy. And it's everything that I want to share with you guys and experience myself as a result of this blooming, coming to fruition energy. So I added the white, like I just redid the white. Okay, here's a secret. 4th tip is to take a photograph of your painting, because when I took a photograph and I bumped up the volume, like the saturation, the lighters get lighter and the darkers look darker, and it looked even better. So I'm doing that on this painting, which leads me to the subject of contrast, which will be a subject for another video. But contrast in your life and in art is good, and contrast is increasing these days. So this is why we have such polarities, for example, in politics. So when people become even more firmly adamant about their position and digging in, and it makes you feel like, seriously, how are we ever going to save the planet or create world peace or feed the hungry? when we've got this other energy that seems to be getting stronger, the light is also getting stronger. The contrast is heightening. So in your art, you can create contrast and bump up the contrast and let that reassure you that the contrast is also happening out in the world, because everything is symbolic. Nothing is separate. Everything is interconnected. So what happens on your canvas is happening in your life. And then you can create onto your canvas what you want to happen into your life. This is the magic and the miracle and the gift of creating a personal painting practice, which is what happens when you enter into my sphere, because I want you to realize the power of your creative soul. Okay, I'm going back to the painting. There's another video. There will be another video that documents this whole painting, and you will get to find it. Okay.